Hello and welcome to Thaiger Bytes. I'm Jay and this is Tim.
Hi everybody, nice to be back.
Nice to be back. He was startled with my hello. You can finally hear it in person. Right. Welcome to Thaiger Bytes. This is where we get to address your comments and feedback from all of our shows on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, as well as the Thaiger Talk forum on the website. You can also now send us video messages at bytes@thethaiger.com. That is BITES, bytes@thethaiger.com. So Tim, let's start off with our first video from Jean-Claude, who is sending us a message all the way from South Africa.
Hi.
Hi guys, it's Jean-Claude here from the beautiful Cape Town, South Africa. I just have a quick question. The people who come to Thailand who are not vaccinated, what happens to them when they go out to restaurants and other establishments since they don't have a vaccine certificate? Thanks.
Right, thank you for that message, Jean-Claude. Starting November 1st, unvaccinated visitors can come to Thailand. They have to do a 10-day quarantine. But Jean-Claude actually asked a very good question. Now, after you finish the quarantine, if you go to restaurants, how are you allowed to enter in without vaccination certificate? Now, Jean-Claude, to be honest with you, many restaurants don't actually ask for the vaccination.
It's not currently a law.
Yes.
They spoke about perhaps introducing that, but it's not currently a law. Well, I think we're sort of entering into a phase where there are going to be, like there was the music festival in Pattaya last weekend, where they insisted that you had to be fully vaccinated before you could get in.
Yeah.
We're going to see a bit of that, and we're going to see airlines restricting people if they're not vaccinated. There's going to be all sorts of variables in this one. But currently in Thailand, it is not a law that you have to be vaccinated to enter a restaurant.
That's right. Tim, actually, the only time I was ever asked for a vaccination certificate is when I wanted to once go play badminton with a couple of friends, and the badminton court, that specific one, wanted proof of vaccination, a double vaccination, as well as a restaurant in Tonglo area that I visited with a couple of friends where they checked it. But apart from that, street restaurants and a lot of the restaurants, decent restaurants around Sok area, in Sukhumvit, in Bangkok, and Phuket, wherever you may be, they normally don't check it.
Yeah, I think as private businesses, they are entitled to have their own rules, but the Thai government hasn't outlawed that particular practice. So we'll just follow that one and bring you up to date. By the way, I love the mountains in the background, very picturesque.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to Dano. Dano sent us another message. Now, I believe he sent us a video from Canada and showing us the beautiful mountains that were behind him. He's now entered Thailand and he sends us a message all the way from Suvarnabhumi Airport.
Hey, how you doing, gents? Mr. Tim and Mr. J. Dano with Dano's Lifestyle here. Just arrived at the airport here in the land of smiles. As you can see, I'm smiling and I'm happy to be back. And you can see that there's tons of people coming in. We have lots of traction so for all of you that are waiting to come to Thailand, don't delay, come back and let's refuel this beautiful kingdom. Bye for now.
So we're not exactly sure how he got to Thailand. I think it would be interesting to find out which particular flight path he took, because getting from the US or Canada to Thailand is usually a bit of a circuitous route. There's no direct flights at the moment, but yeah, it looks like it was pretty busy at Suvarnabhumi Airport.
All right. And our last message here is from Alan R. The return of the great Alan R., the Messiah himself, sends us this video message.
We're here at the Thai Supreme Court in order to resolve Tim and Jay's controversial Bocelli concert bet. During a recent interview on the Thaiger, Bocelli was asked to submit a video comment.
No New Year concert, impossible. Tim Newton was right. Lumberjack must pay immediately.
In related news, Bocelli's son is challenging Jet's title as the man with the world's most perfect hair.
Right, thank you for that video message, Alan. Once again, having better production than us. I mean, amazing video. I don't know what to say. I'm speechless.
Well, okay, just on Matteo Bocelli, Andrea Bocelli's son, if you haven't seen the duet between him and his father, it's glorious. Lean on Me, or I think it's called, or can't quite remember, but it is an amazing video. And yeah, it's got pretty amazing hair as well. But yeah, the debate still rages. Will Andrea Bocelli actually come to Phuket for New Year.
Yeah, well, update for you. They have actually started throwing out posters with Andrea Bocelli and another prominent singer in Thailand replacing Lisa. So they are showing posters that Andrea Bocelli is coming for the New Year's party.
And they're saying it's going to be on Kamala Beach.
Celebrations with Italian singing.
Right.
Right, and that's my singing for today. All right, let's get on to the comments from all of our shows and other areas.
Lolita Pitpong says, unvaccinated people face restrictions such as having to show proof of vaccination to enter public spaces. Sort of addressing one of the comments earlier. If you can let those words come out of your mouth with a straight face, you're either a fully paid up puppet or dumb as a rock. Well, this was reported yesterday in Thailand News Today. The fact that we're reporting the news, we're not ashamed to report the news. And if that's what the government says, we're just passing it on. If we raise a few eyebrows or make the odd sarcastic comment, you might be able to determine that as editorial. But those words were said pretty straight-faced, just reporting exactly what the current rules are.
All right, I've got a comment here from Thomas in Thailand who says, curious guys, interested in your production equipment, are you running a multi-3 camera system with a switcher? Well, Thomas, yeah, you're spot on actually. We have 4 cameras into the studio. It is 4 cameras connected to an ATEM mini switcher. That's how we run all of our live shows, as well as other shows that are shot in behind a backdrop, because it just makes editing that much quicker. So a little technical information for you.
Yeah, the cameras are all multi-million-dollar RED cameras.
Of course.
They're about this big and they chew up enormous amounts of power. The lenses are about this long. And we have to have these huge steel racks to hold them. So
what do you think Shai and Jason are doing? They're holding up the cameras.
Oh, that's an
2 at a time.
Enormous weight. And then we've got these very expensive microphones from a company called Tascam.
Well, Tascam is actually a good company.
It is a good company.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a, well, what would you call it? Prosumer gear. But it works perfectly well. Here we are. What noise was that?
Well, I think it's. I don't think it's prosumer. I think we've now taken it to the next level. I think we're at the professional level. Our equipment's professional, less so me.
Hyso prosumer. DC made a comment saying, why? Keep it closed. This is in reference to the story that Jet did last night about Maya Bay reopening. Story we broke on Good Morning Thailand yesterday. So why are they reopening? It's been closed for some 3 years. Nearly 3 years. So why keep it closed?
Why though? Why not open it? It's a tourist attraction.
Yeah, they have gone to great lengths to try and protect it this time. They've got these walkways, so nobody's going to be walking on the beach. Whether that's the way things transpire, no boats will be able to enter the bay. They're building a purpose-built pier on the other side, so people won't actually be trampling on the beach, or that's the current idea. So hopefully it'll be some sort of controlled tourism.
Yeah, they should fix the way they do things rather than keep it closed permanently.
Yeah.
All right, I've got a comment here from RJ, again, regarding Maya Bay. He says, if Maya Bay only allowed long-tail boats from PP, it would keep its charm. It's those obnoxious big speedboats from Phuket that ruin all the national park beaches. That darn Phuket. RJ, thank you for the comment. But people travel from many different parts of the countries. It's not just Phuket, maybe Phang Nga, maybe Krabi, depending on where they're taking the boat from. It could take several hours. Now, if you take a long-tail boat from Phuket to Maya Bay, it will take a significant...
You'd be mad, basically.
It would be a lot longer than if you took a speedboat. So, yes.
There's a practicality there. Most of the boats do come from Phuket. And, yeah, most of them are the big speedboats that carry 30 to 50 passengers, because it's just a practicality. On the same note, we've got Chad Williams here, Jay, who says, I don't think the bay was killed by love. 6,000 people a day will destroy anything that isn't concrete. If the lovers were in the water, it's likely they were peeing in the bay, and that's enough to destroy the coral. Not sure if he's got any evidence of that. Dropping the visitors to 2,000 will kill the fragile area slower.
Okay.
Thanks, Chad.
All right. Tim, I have a question for you. Do you know the first alphabet of the Thai language?
Gok Gai.
That is correct. Aussie666 says, today Tim asked the question, what came first, the chicken or the egg? If he learned just the first two letters of the Thai alphabet, he would know the answer. So the first letter is Gok Gai and the second letter is Kho Khai, which is egg.
Okay, but see, to me, they sound very similar.
No, one is Kai, one is Kai. So there's an added H sound.
Okay, as I said, they sound very similar. Back.
Okay.
I'm just moving on because all your explanation isn't going to help
No,
me.
I understand. Some words have the same spelling but a different tone, whether you're going up or whether you're going down. This one is, I understand your point, it's similar, however there's an added alphabet. So one is without an H, one is with an H. Kai, Khai,
So there are 44 letters in the alphabet, are there?
something like that.
Okay,
Some of them are not even used.
I'll leave you with a while so you can go through the other 42.
Please come back. I'll stop at 2. I won't embarrass myself because, my Thai is not as good as I want it to be.
Back to Maya Bay. Paul Byrne says, one of the best films ever. He's speaking about the movie The Beach, made in 2000. I think it was a novel by Alex Garland. Oh, they're going to tell me if I'm wrong, I'm sure. One of the best films ever, he says, with Leonardo DiCaprio. Nobody can seem to remember any of the other actors, but it did sort of feature Maya Bay.
That's actually very true. I don't remember any other actor
There you go.
apart from Leonardo.
It also made the On Hotel in Phuket famous.
Oh, yeah.
Because they shot sort of the opening scenes, which was sort of meant to be in a Bangkok sort of backpackers low-rent hotel, a pretty rough place where he met the protagonist, who was the British actor Robert...
De Niro.
No, it wasn't Robert De Niro, no.
He's not British.
Not the famous British actor Robert De Niro.
Robert Duval.
But it made... no. Somebody will tell us.
Right.
But it did make the On Hotel very famous. You can still go to the On Hotel in...
And weirdly,
Phuket.
it's a bit more posh now.
Oh, very posh.
So On Hotel is right in the heart of Phuket town. It is still fairly cheap. However, it's the most expensive hotel in its street now.
Sort of a boutique hotel, you'd call it.
Yeah.
But it lends its fame from the movie. I think it was one of the first sort of big hotels in Phuket a long, long time ago.
Nice hotel. All right. I've got a comment here from Maximus Normus, and I have deeply upset him, Tim.
What was the name?
His name is Maximus Normus, because that's clearly his real name, with no profile picture. And he says, we like things when they are more difficult. And then he's added 50 question marks, and he says, what a stupid statement from Jay. I've made a comment regarding how, Thailand and TAT, and in general, we like to make things more difficult than they are. And I was being sarcastic. I think you missed it, Maximus. But that was a sarcastic comment where you say things but you don't really mean what you say. I think that just went right over your head, but that's okay because I'm here to clear things up for you. Anyways, have a great day and thank you for the comment.
So I think Maximus may be from the United States, who sometimes don't get sort of the sarcasm and the wit.
Yeah, but to be honest, I do make a lot of stupid statements, so he's not entirely wrong. Yeah.
Twitter is crap. That's not a comment, that's the name of our next commenter, who says, can you only qualify as a Thai politician if you have dyed black hair and a comb over?
I understand, I get what he means.
I don't think Prayut's got dyed black hair. He doesn't have a comb over.
He's definitely put some colouring. Nobody has that dark black hair. Allegedly.
What, he's 60... No, I don't know. Hey Siri, how old is Prayut Chan-o-cha? Not sure that's going to work.
Sorry, I missed that.
Yes,
Could you say it again?
Prayut Chan-o-cha.
Yeah, I'll try it again. Hey Siri, how old is the Thai Prime Minister? Oh, good. She's completely ignored me.
Tim's being paid by Apple. I'd just like that to be known.
Well, that's all I've got to find out. Otherwise, I sit here Googling the question. I think he's about 63, 64.
I mean, yeah, he's got great hair for how old he is. I wish I could have his hair.
Prayut Wongsuwon definitely has a bit of a comb over going. Howard K says, Several comments here about the difficulty with refunds. I book direct with Emirates and refund is just a question of filling in an online form, no quibble. Now, yesterday I think it was announced, or the day before, that Thai Airways had announced a profit in the last financial year of some 51 billion baht. We were suggesting perhaps that was suspiciously high, given that they lost money for 11 years before when they were flying all their planes, and for the past 12 months they haven't been flying many of their fleet, and they suddenly make a profit, which might suggest that the only way to make a profit out of running an airline is don't fly your planes, which doesn't really make a lot of sense. But a lot of people, in fact I think most people who did pay for tickets last year after the planes were grounded and then they started introducing new flights which didn't eventuate, they've never been able to get their money back. But even if you put all that money together, it's still a long way from 51 billion baht. Even if they sold all the aircraft they were saying they were going to sell, you would still not get anywhere near 51 billion baht. Thanks, Howard.
Right. I've got a comment here from My Life in Thailand who says, I agree with you, Jay. The fine should be at a level to shock drivers into not using their oily engine vehicles. So we were talking about the news, how there is a new law or enforcement that's going to be happening where they're going to fine people 6,000 baht. Natty said that 6,000 baht is not enough. Another commenter said that, oh, it's a lot. I said it's still not enough. And now we're back at it again. My Life in Thailand, thank you for the comment. Thank you for agreeing. Tim, I didn't ask you this question. Do you think that they should have a ridiculously strong fine? Like, let's say 30,000 baht if you're caught driving those vehicles. Do you think that would stop the people who actually... that would help stop the problem, regardless of how harsh it may be?
Well, I think you could probably apply that to all the various fines around Thailand that are sometimes announced but not enforced.
Yeah.
With this one, is it going to be enforced? If you're going to start saying you've got a 30,000 baht on the spot fine, you're going to start then introducing the lawyers into it, because people are going to be taking that sort of money to court, because a lot of Thai people wouldn't be able to afford that. Yes, it would send a strong message, but I think the message should come from better education and just better enforcement rather than increasing the fine.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think the fine, increasing the fine might help. For example, things like when people come here and they don't wear helmets and stuff. 10,000 baht fine if you're caught without a helmet. 10,000 baht fine if you don't have a license. Trust me, it will definitely help solve the problem. I don't think it'll completely solve it, but yeah, that's just my 2 cents.
Nicholas Wolf says, you can delete it 1,000 times, it remains true. Thai Airways are scammers. Well, firstly, Nicholas, we haven't deleted any of your comments. And as far as Thai Airways being scammers, they are currently in bankruptcy. I think scammers is a ridiculous comment. Really, it doesn't even start to address the complexities of what is Thai Airways over the years. Yes, there has been corruption. Yes, there's been a certain amount of pork barrelling. Yes, there's been a certain amount of making a very cosy situation for some of the executives. But scammers probably isn't the right word to apply. We haven't deleted your comments, by the way. Even that one.
Right. I've got a comment here from Bill Webb who says, Jay, you have no chance if you want artists like that for New Year's. You have to book 2 years in advance. I believe Bill was talking about Andrea Bocelli. Bill, if you watched Good Morning Thailand this morning, please do. You will see that Andrea Bocelli is actually on posters now that are going out in Thailand that he will be here for New Year's celebration. We don't have any more information on that, but as of right now, it is happening. And they only did this a month in advance.
So where can I buy tickets?
More details on that will be coming in the following weeks. The what? What time? Not important.
What time?
Not important.
Okay, good.
Where can you buy the tickets? Not important. What's important is Andrea's coming.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
The TAT are either digging a much deeper hole for themselves or they've found some magic way.
Hashtag in Andrea we believe.
Imran Asif said, somehow managed to make a profit. Again, about the Thai Airways story and the report that they made a 51 billion baht profit in the last financial year. He said, somehow is exactly right. Somehow being the operative word through suspicious means, he says. Thailand is a beautiful and fantastic country with lovely people, but this looks very dodgy to me. I think your comment is somehow shared by many of our viewers.
Right, Tim, my last comment for today is from Lord Quas. I believe I'm going to use this sentence most probably next month. It might be more relevant, but foreshadowing Andrea Bocelli's return, or actually possibly his first time coming to celebrate New Year's in Thailand. This is how I'm going to introduce Good Morning Thailand when Andrea Bocelli is finally here. Message from Lord Quas, who says, "Hello, my name is Ajay, and next to me is a Natty, and all the way from Phuket is a Tim." I believe that's his take on an Italian accent. Thank you for Lord Quas.
Do you think that's what he's saying? I read his comment in a slightly different way, but okay, moving on.
It's either an Italian accent or he's making fun of the fact that I say a lot.
I think that might have been where he was coming from.
Lost in translation. Those are the problems with comments, but thank you anyways.
Mill Van, who is sort of a watered-down version of Milli Vanilli, I think, they were making a loss in the tourist boom, and now with half a dozen tourists, they make a profit. Get real. Another person who's a bit suspicious about the Thai Airways profit for the last financial year.
Right.
That's all I've got.
Talking about getting real, for all of you who are not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out, and if you've enjoyed the show today, please like the video and leave your comments and feedback in the comment section below. You can do that on our YouTube shows, Facebook, Instagram, Thaiger Talk Forum, and also send us videos at bytes@thethaiger.com. Right, thank you, Tim.
Thank you. We actually do have a very urgent need for funds. Jason, who presses the buttons, his yellow shoes that he wears every single day
For the last 4 or 5 months
are pretty much falling apart.
Yeah.
And I have no idea what the situation must be, or if anybody is within 100 metres when he takes those shoes off when he gets home. But I don't think it would be a pleasant experience.
It's not that he doesn't have shoes, he just refuses to not wear any other shoe other than this one.
Do you wear them to bed, or do you even take them off?
They're bright
See, there you
yellow
go.
Converse, for those of you who are wondering what shoes he wears.
So I said to him, maybe you could look at getting another pair of shoes. So guess what he's looking for?
What is he looking for?
Another pair of bright yellow Converse.
Oh, I see. Well, whatever tickles your fancy. All right, thank you, viewers. We hope you have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.